Painting in one color saves you time and money. I'm just kidding. You can experiment and create interesting contrasts and moods with a monochromatic painting. Today I'm going to show you 3 monochromatic watercolor paintings with a few simple watercolor techniques that you can try out in the color blue. I'm going to use watercolor paper, brushes, paint, tissues, and water. Start off by applying clean water to the first painting. Apply the water all over the paper evenly, not leaving any pools of water on the corners. Mix cerulean blue with lots of water to create a light color for the background of an underwater scene. Apply the paint from the edges and leave the center unpainted. The center of the painting will be the light shining through the water. To create this shining effect, use a clean damp brush to soak out the paint in a lined motion, starting from the center and out. While the paint is still wet, you can soak paint out using a clean, damp brush. Make sure to clean the brush after soaking the paint out when repeating this technique. Add more cerulean blue to the mix and apply a darker paint to the edges to create more depth. Soak the paint out to create the shining effect once more, and let the paint dry for now. For the second painting, likewise, wet the paper with clean water. Create a grayish blue color mix by adding a pinch of crimson lake to the cerulean blue. Lightly apply the mix on the wet paper, creating a slight gradient of a lighter color towards the middle. This will be the sky of an old town. Let the sky dry for now. The third painting is going to be a misty lake with the moon shining on the left side. So after applying clean water, leave the left side of the painting white where the moon and its reflection is going to be. Paint the outside areas of the moon and its reflection with the grayish blue mix. Lightly paint the horizon line and use a tissue to dab on the paint around the left side of the moon to create a misty texture. Once everything is completely dry, we can start building the intensity by painting the next layers. For the first painting, I wanted to create more depth by painting a darker color around the sunlight and edges. Once again, I painted clean water around the light and painted a darker cerulean blue in a lined motion, painted the edges darker, and soaked the paint out with a clean and damp brush. I basically repeated what I did on the first layer to add more intensity of color and depth of the ocean. Let the paint dry for now. For the second painting, with a lighter grayish blue mix with more water, paint a background of buildings on the horizon line. Paint some buildings up close by painting the silhouette of the buildings in a one-point perspective view with the same mix. With a darker mix, with less water added, paint the shadows of the roofs and balconies. Paint the shadows of the buildings up close and let the paint dry. For the third painting, paint some trees in the background with a grayish blue mix. Create a black color by mixing crimson lake and cerulean blue with yellow. A black color is created by mixing red, yellow, and blue, the primary colors. For me, that would be crimson lake, lemon yellow, and cerulean blue. The ratio of the colors will determine the black color. In this case, add a little more cerulean blue to create a bluish black color. Paint the top of the trees black down to the middle of the trees. Now, rinse the brush and add clean water to the trees, leaving a white area for the moon. By painting a layer of clean water on the trees, you can create a misty effect above the lake. Paint the waves of the lake with the grayish-blue mix. Paint small strokes with a light color under the moon, and paint bigger strokes with a dark color as it gets farther from the moon to create perspective. Create the texture of waves by leaving spaces between the waves. Once everything is dry, we can finish the paintings by adding the details. For the first painting, paint some fish spiraling towards the light with cerulean blue. Draw the fish lighter and smaller towards the center, and darker and bigger towards the edges to give perspective. I also drew a mermaid and added tiny fish here and there. We are done with the first painting. For the second painting, use a smaller brush to paint the roofs, windows, doors, and balconies of the buildings with a darker grayish-blue mix with less water. I used a size 2 brush for the details. I painted utility poles and its wires, and also some people in perspective and their shadows. Second painting, finished. For the third painting, use the black color to paint the reflection of the dark and misty trees on the surface of the lake. Paint dark and big reflections up close and light and thin reflections far away. Fill in most of the white spaces between the big waves up close and gradually leave more white spaces for the thin waves under the moonlight. For the last details, using the black color, paint a long boat with the person rowing the boat. Use a lighter black color to paint the reflection of the boat and the moon covered in fog. Dab on the moon with a tissue to create the texture of fog, and we are done. Let's peel off the masking tape and see how it looks. Would you look at that?